If you've seen any of my previous playtest content, you know within the 12 hours we were given to playtest, I hit both a 3-star 5 cost and a prismatic trait. Surely I'm out of content, right? Guys, my greed knows no bounds. I hit another 3-star 5 cost. Enjoy the video. You saw that our opening encounter / gods were Echo and Varus. Varus, a god for rerolls offering duplicators, and Echo described as a god from the past, giving you a nice blast from the past. Not 100% sure what that means, but we'll find out this video. I am obviously speaking in hindsight, but I just forgot what Echo offers. I'm gonna probably record most of this in one take, so it's gonna just be me yapping over it. I think most of my videos for the playtest I'll try and do in one take. The first 2 that I uploaded took a little long, and while I'm co-streaming Worlds and uploading my Set 16 content as well, don't have super long to be able to edit these videos. I had 2 days between playtesting and the embargo being lifted, so yeah, a lot of this will probably just be me yapping. Feel free if you want to skip to the content parts if you want, but I think it's nice to be able to watch this section and actually watch the build up and the units. Like the 1 cost, 2 costs, 3 costs are nearly just as important as the 5 costs, to be honest with you. We open up the time breaker trait, and if you lose or win a round with time breaker in, you get either XP or a reroll, kind of like Bard from the current set. So if I lose with Milio and another time breaker in, I'll get 1 reroll per loss, and then depending on the stage it actually becomes more than that. We also have the Jinx, a challenger anima unit, anima being the lost street shake and challenger just giving you attack speed, and then Veigar Lissandra on the board with replicator, kind of the mage trait of the set where you just cast again with a little reduced effectiveness. We've seen this golden gamble trait before. I don't think it's very good. It is just a radiant lucky item chest or a radiant item. I don't think it's very good, so I reforge it or re-roll it. And here I see trait tree. I love prismatic traits. I love trait tree. I love emblems. So I decide I'm going to be clicking trait tree here and then thinking about reforging some of these emblems. I don't really have many of the synergies available here. In my shop, I guess I could play Zoe, which I do. And it's kind of like admin from a previous set. Every 4 seconds, you have an 8% chance to gain 2 gold at combat end. That was the lore that I described, that I transcribed onto my team. And so it's a little nice way of generating econ. I put the vanguards on the board, and I'm thinking here, what am I reforging? I know Meeple is a 10 trait possibility, because from Meeple, you can get 2 Meeple emblems gives you 10 Meeple, which is a prismatic trait. Considering putting the items on, I'm just reading them at the moment, getting used to it. I think this is probably later on in the playtest, but I still have only played maybe like 8 games at this point. And even by the end of the playtest, I only played like 10 or 12, so not super used to it. My Lissandra I saw from the Marauder emblem has a chance of dropping 1 gold on kill, and that's why I put it on Lissandra here when I read it. Hitting the Diana here is super nice, and I actually have already hit 10 Meeple at this point, so I decide to reforge the Meeple emblem and keep the challenger emblem because I know that Diana is an arbiter plus a challenger. So we have 3 arbiter in now, which increases the effectiveness of the lore that I wrote, which is now I think it's an 8% chance of gaining a gold or gaining 2 gold at the end of combat. I keep the challenger emblem because I know that Diana is challenger. And we start the streak here. We have time breaker in, so we're farming XP as well per win. Time breaker being our Milio and our I want to say Leona here, but let me see. Oh, it's our emblem. It's actually our emblem. And that's 3 time breaker if we put the Milio in. But it doesn't actually increase anything. It just gives me 15% attack speed. It doesn't give me extra gold or extra XP or anything. So just put the the Pantheon in for now. I get Bruiser with the emblem. Pretty nice board. Level 5 with 6 traits active. You'd think I'm already a pro at this set or something, but I think my shops were just kind of high roll. And I just so happened a lot of these synergies worked out together. Here I decided I would play the Timebreaker emblem on Diana and then maybe play the Challenger emblem on Riven. So I could play Diana Riven duo carry was my idea. So Timebreaker 4 gives you 50% attack speed to Timebreaker units, while 3 gives 15 to your whole team. So it's 65% attack speed total if you have a Timebreaker 4, which is pretty nice. I mean, especially for a unit like Riven or a unit like Diana who just wants like a melee fighter, wants to destroy the front line. Our first, I don't know what to even call this, to be honest. Our first decision. 2 tiny duplicators. Could make Nasus 2 here, or a 4-cost champion after 3 turns. I also either take a TG or a JG, or a Rod or a Crit. Decide to go with the 4-cost just in case I high roll. And then I also see Nasus in the selection from Pengu, which is kind of nice because I have a Nasus on the board already, so gives me Nasus pair here. Can't complain. Nice also that we have this Arbiter rule generating gold, and we have the Timebreaker generating gold. Getting rid of the emblem earlier that generated gold might have been a mistake, but I'm not sure. I just wanted to hit another prismatic trait, to be honest with you. But I'm liking the board that I'm kind of building right now. I'm playing around these Arbiters, and I'm playing around the Time Weaver, or the Timebreakers. Finally, decide I'm gonna cap on Jhin through Ezreal, who's a Timebreaker. And then maybe I'll put the emblems on Jhin because he converts attack speed to AD. So I thought maybe he could be my final carry on the board, and he'll use that attack speed kind of well, giving me the AD. Nasus in my orb, and a Crit Glove in the orb, which I don't manage to pick up. So no DT Slam for now, and no Nasus pair for now. Thankfully, no Nasus for my shop, so we didn't miss the 2-star Nasus. Not too bad though. We are still streaking. And when I close this team planner... Oh yeah, never mind, we won the round anyway. I'll be honest, a lot of my games, and I imagine a lot of your PvE games as well, will be spent in the planner for a while. Now I kind of know what units are though. It only took me probably about maybe half the playtest, so 6 hours of playing, so I imagine 1 day of PvE, and you'll actually kind of remember what most units do. I think that these Nova units as well, like you can see the Maokai Nova unit, I think they're really cool. The Aatrox as well. They give you a team-wide buff after 6 seconds. Maokai's, I think, is to heal 15% of your HP. Might be max HP or missing HP, I'm unsure. But kind of a cool buff. And then I think I mentioned before, but Akali, who's a Marauder, gives your team crit chance, which is really cool. Or crit ability. So you can crit on your abilities. I think my concerns for this set, I thought I may as well yap for a bit. My concerns for the set is I am worried that the god augments are gonna be a little strong, and therefore kind of force you to pick something off the carousel. Obviously there are levers on it, and obviously the design team knows that like it would be bad if that happens. I think someone even asked the rioters who were at the event about that. What a shop. That's a Send TFT shop right there. Classic Krugs for my 2-star 3-cost. Not bad. So I'm sure they're aware of it. But yeah, I think that is one of my concerns for the game, where people might see, okay, this is Echo versus whatever god. I know Echo's really good for his stage 4 neutrals augment on the armory, and therefore I'm always going to have to pick an Echo thing, and it might mean that I have to give up a good component because of it. I think that's one of my concerns, but I mean, it's definitely something that's solvable because they can just nerf the hero or the god augment so they're not as powerful as they are, so they don't force you to pick like that. Something else I've thought about is like open fording. I think I'll get onto that in another video. I've spoken about it briefly already, but with these time breakers, there is kind of a lot of reward for lost streaking early game, especially getting the anvils with the catch-up mechanics on neutrals. So it'll be interesting to see how they balance that with the catch-up mechanic plus the trait being good for lost streak. I think it could be difficult, but we'll see. I mean, I definitely have faith in the team, and the set has been really fun so far from what I've played of it. We hit the 4-cost Karma. Dark Star Voyager. Voyager giving you damage amp and shield, but we only have one Voyager through the Karma, but the Dark Star is super nice with the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser being a Vanguard Dark Star Channeler. Vanguard, obviously the normal Vanguard trait, giving you extra shielding and more durability when you're shielded. Channeler, giving you mana gen, kind of like the Invoker of this set. Just mana gen for the team, and then Channelers gain more. And then finally, Dark Star has a couple of abilities, but the 2 breakpoint means that units below 10% HP get absorbed by the black hole on the left side of the screen. TG, always a good augment. Pretty happy to click it here. We did lose our streak, stage 2, but we're still pretty strong. If only we hit that double Diana earlier. So unlucky. Magic Fighter for Diana. I was thinking maybe something like a Titan's Last would probably be her best item, just because I already have that attack speed from the emblem on her. And she's also a challenger, so she gets attack speed from that. So yeah, I thought maybe a Titan's Last, but we'll see. Depends what items I spawn in, to be honest. Really need a Ribbon to complete that for time trait, but we'll see it. We'll see when it spawns in. I'm debating here whether to play Kai'Sa for Dark Star Rogue, because I know that Riven is going to be one of my carries, and it feels weird to not play Rogue for her. Although Rogue is basically just an inbuilt Eon, so maybe it's unnecessary. It does give you a bit of AP and AD, but it's not loads. Spuzzy here has hit Akali 3 with Worth the Wait. Nova Marauder, good champion. I think she's an AD carry here, and I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be able to win stage 4 with Akali in the lobby. And especially if she's beating Diana 2 here. But hopefully it's fine. I mean, if I hit Ribbon 2, I'm sure I'll be strong. And any Reforges mean that I might even swap these emblems. But right now, I'm actually making use of all of them, which is quite nice. Rek'Sai 3, Briar 3. These are the Primordian champions of the set. They spawn in like swarm NPC units that deal damage. You don't have to kill them, they have no HP bars or anything, but they do deal damage. And I think it's meant to be kind of a reroll comp because it's based on star level. Although from my experience playtesting, it did seem a little weak. I had a Primordian emblem, 3-starred like 4 units, including the emblem holder, and it still didn't seem too strong, so I imagine it'll get a little buffed. Just looking at the planner here, and then considering whether I'm going to play more Arbiters or not. I think Scuttle Party is better than the 4 and 3 cost here. It's more gold in general, and I'm a sucker for gold. Yeah, I did realize in my planner I can actually drop the Arbiters. I don't need to play the Zoe. I don't need to play the Leona later. The lore in place does not really help my Diana. It's only giving me gold, right? It's a lore that gives me 2 gold at the end of every fight. Well, not at the end of every fight, but if a long fight happens, it's pretty guaranteed. And then a normal fight, there's probably like a 40% chance, which is obviously very good. And it allowed me to build my econ pretty well here, especially with the early gold from the Marauder emblem that I had too. So yeah, I decided to drop the Arbiters here and play more towards the Snipers, the Dark Stars. And I even considered trying to get it's the Xayah in as well, the 4-cost sniper, Xayah. I think she's also a Stargazer, which puts hexes, buffed hexes on the board, which give you extra stats. Yeah, I see the Talon Zaya and the Nunu for the 3 Stargazer here. So I considered playing this board as well, giving me a nice synergy with the Mordekaiser for Vanguard. And it means I don't have to play the Arbiter Leona Vanguard anymore. Kinda doing decent damage though. Her ability is she has these balls that circle around her. And the faster her attack speed, the faster they circle. So maybe a Rage Blade would be good actually. Belveth and the Primordians here. With all these 3 stars on his board, we still actually managed to win. Farm the 2 gold as well from our Arbiter Lore. Kind of nice. Zoe 2. Probably not on final board, but we make it anyway to try and win rounds. Holding the Milios and the Ezreals. We're actually generating that XP and free rerolls you can see in the bottom left. XP on the bench and then 3 free rerolls from our losses as well. From having Timebreaker in. I think Mordekaiser is going to be on a lot of boards at the end game of like games. He has a Dark Star which synergizes with Jhin. And then he's also just a Vanguard and a Channeler. Channeler is just like a nice trait to have on your team because you're getting mana on everyone. And then Vanguard, obviously one of the frontline traits. And I think Nunu is very strong right now. From the playtest, I tanked Nunu a lot. And the guy CCs a lot. What his ability does is he spawns like a snowball from the sky and pushes it forward. And it basically knocks up and stuns people. It's really strong. I'm seeing Milia 2 nearly every single shop here. Deciding whether I'm going to roll on 8 as well. Because obviously I can play Fast 9 for Jhin. If I decide to cap on Jhin. But 75 HP, Akali 3 in lobby. It might be like 1 or 2 lives by the end of stage 4 if I don't roll. Depending on my tags and board strength. So just deciding whether I'm going to roll here. We have the Scuttle Puddle from our choice of God. Not bad. Not bad at all. We are very rich. And it's actually 52 exactly to level because of our time breaker trait. Get 4 time breaker in, 3 free rerolls. And I don't think I decide to roll here. I think I just tank it. Unfortunately, didn't get any Diana slams. Kind of a shame. But I do slam Vow and Mordekaiser. Then I think I moved the Sunfire. Or maybe the Bruiser emblem. Or I moved the Challenger emblem. Oh, because Milio is getting replaced with Ribbon. Makes sense. Although, to be honest, I should probably 3-item Diana here. Give her Bruiser emblem or Sunfire or something. Tag a guy with Sona on his board, but he is 50 gold, so we might have a decent chance here. Leona is his frontliner at 1 cost, so yeah, not too bad. Huge win. Winning 4-1 is really good here. And you'll see I actually now get 2 XP per round. Considered egg here. I did consider egg here. Look at me, roll right, roll left is what I'm thinking. And then I see this. Just hit. 18... Was that 18 rerolls or 18 gold? I think that was 18 gold. Or 18 rerolls. Yeah, 18 rerolls, 10 gold, and a dupe. It's gonna be a problematic augment, I think. It is a lot. It's, what, 46 gold total, I think? And a duplicator. You look at growth mindset, I mean, that's just 50 XP. So, yeah, having these dupes, I think there's going to be a lot of 3-star units. I think this augment probably will get nerfed. It will probably get less rerolls, I imagine. The gold will stay, but it'll probably go down to like 5 or 8 rerolls. I think 18 is far too many. But yeah, you'll see here I'm just level 850, and here I decide, yeah, I'm going fast 9. I'm going to be chilling. I've got Time Breaker in. Every round I lose, I'm getting 2 rerolls anyway, now that it's later on in the stage. So I am just going to roll infinite at 9. And I am chilling because my Arbiter is also farming gold. I break my gold to buy Kayn here because I look at my traits and I think Kayn would be really good on my board. I just have to figure out how I'm going to fit it in. What Kayn does is he's a Redeemer. No other units carry this trait. But he's basically like a Stand United, a Bronze for Life. Every trait you have active, he gives your team armor, MR, and he gives your casters attack speed. So you get armor, MMR on your front line and attack speed on your carries. Seems like a really nice unit to put on comps. And he's generally a decent unit to play as well. He's a tank, and his ult gives him durability and heals him up. And CCs enemies, so yeah, good unit. You'll see putting the Sire in actually increases my damage a lot. And I tag Pablo Muro, who is also going fast 9. Tiniest Titan, Shimmer Scale Essence just hit as well. He's got Xayah too, but his frontline just doesn't compare. And yeah, you see I actually win here, which is huge for me. Lesser dupe or implant speed here. I consider the lesser duplicator, but because I don't think I have a lot of the units for my speed right now, I probably want to speed Jhin, but I think I'd take the speed anyway just because there's nothing really to dupe. The dupe would be nice if I was playing reroll or if I was like two Dianas and it could take me to 9 healthily, but yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of reroll people playing towards Varus if they see it at the start, because getting that dupe here is kind of nice, but it is quite late. 4-5 is kind of late for a dupe. You see I actually get the Jhin here and a Rage Blade. Pretty nice for me, considering which TG to remove, and I think Pantheons is the lowest upgraded unit, so I remove Pantheons for now. I'm considering whether I should speed the Jhin or save it for Diana, I think. So many TGs this game, actually crazy. 3 TGs. Super nice for me though. And getting this Jhin is sick. 3 sniper in, we've got the Dark Star. It's huge. We tag double Akali 3, and he's going Akali 4. I know that he took a duplicator from his choice from stage 4 God choice, and so he's on his way to reaching Akali 4, which is pretty scary for me. We see the Talon here, which is kind of nice. Means we'll be able to fit that Rogue in and that Stargazer in. I decide actually I'm going to pump and put Kayn in, just so that he can buff my team and maybe I won't lose the round because of it. Find the Nunu. Replace the Nunu. Then here it's meant to be... Yep. It's meant to be Talon in, which we do get in, and you can see the Stargazer pattern now. Pretty good pattern for me. 4 backline hexes. And decent frontline. Doesn't really ruin my positioning much, which is really nice. But you'll see with the Redeemer here, we have a lot of traits active. And a reroller who has hit their 3 stars actually still loses to me. Really nice TG, and the Jhin is just dealing 6.2k damage because of it. And the Xayah TG is nice. You'll see we have the Echo Blessing here. I read it. It's gain an anomaly. And depending on who you use that anomaly on, it's just an item basically. It'll give them stats. We find our Riven finally, and we're rolling on 9 here. Put the Riven on the board. Super nice traits. Would be nice to have the Kayn still, but it doesn't fit with the Riven on the board now. Probably go 10 for Kayn if we can, and it will buff my team a lot. But you'll see I put the anomaly on Riven, gives it 80 in AP. Put my tank items on Nunu, and then a TG on Mordekaiser. Super nice traits. The comp looks really good. I just need Jhin 2. I've got 23 rerolls, but I would like to go 10. So don't really want to dig too much, but I do need my upgrades. Jhin 2. I'm going to keep digging for Nunu 2 because I am a greedy, greedy pig. I see Cammy also hits Jhin 2 here. He doesn't itemize the Jhin. He's got his items on Vex, so I don't think the Jhin really provides too much. And if I remember correctly, it goes off his board later, so not bad for me. I get to hold the extra Jhin. You'll see here, my Jhin 2 kind of pumps. His ability here is these 4 arms on the side, so 2 on each side, attack the same unit he attacks. He does a lot of damage. And this Jhin Zarya, I'm sure, is going to be like a sniper duo late game a lot. We've got the big dupe. We've got the 4 Jhins. Game plan here is to go for Jhin 3 or Riven 3 if we're unlucky. But you already know the title of this video, so yeah, we don't really get unlucky. It's actually a pretty good one from me. Decide to actually move the TG off Diana and 3-item the Jhin. I was going to put the anomaly on Jhin, but I didn't have a remover, so I thought maybe if I bench it, I can anomaly and BT the Riven. Unfortunately, benching the unit does not take off the anomaly. Something I learnt during this game. Kind of a good learning. Scout Cammy there, and I see the 3 items on Vex, so I'm like, okay, he's probably going to sell this Jhin. It's not really giving much to his board. Or hopefully I'll outlive him. I tagged the Akali 3 here, but I finally upgraded my board, and you'll see that I actually managed to beat him now. He is 2 Akalis off hitting Akali 4, but he is 1 life, so needs those 2 rounds. Needs those 2 rounds. If you watch the Nunu during next fight, you'll be able to see his ability and the CC. It's really nice. And I think a Vow probably will be one of his better items. Just scouting around, seeing what comps exist. This guy's playing Shepherd. Got another guy playing Vanguard Shepherds. And then Cammy's playing some kind of Fast 9 Vex carry board, which I thought was really cool. I didn't really see many people carrying Vex. And I actually think he might beat me this round with the Vex carry. You'll see she's a marksman. And you watch the Nunu here, cools the snowball down, CCs the board and pushes it forward, CCing more. Get 2 casts out with this Nunu Protector's Vow. Insane, to be honest, to be able to cast twice. This Vex is pumping though. Oh, we actually do manage to win. We do manage to win. Super close fight though. Especially given my Nunu got 2 CC ults off. So I think Vex looks really good. I'm a sucker for taking gold during this thing. I think it's going to be something I probably overdo during this set. If it keeps being 16 gold. I just love clicking the gold. I mean, especially in this spot where I'm going for Jhin 3. I mean, you have to. We got the time breaker in as well, which is getting me XP and rerolls still. And the later stage we get, the more XP and rerolls we get, which is super nice. It's kind of an econ trait, but also a team-wide buff at 3, which is yeah, just a trait you probably want to have in sometimes. I think it's a nice trait that exists because I think Bard was a sick unit from the current set and a unit that was kind of necessary to help Lost Streakers. So it is nice that it exists. You'll see this Riven damage is actually kind of nasty. She's an AP carry. She ults like her Q in League, so just like does damage surrounding her. And yeah, she's AP, which is nice. Most melee 1 cost range units aren't AP. You'll see here Stargazer. It charts a different constellation every game. This game, I get an emblem every 5-player combats that I keep Stargazer in. Gain a Stargazer emblem. Stargazers and empowered hexes gain various bonuses. And this is probably the strongest one. I saw this once during the playtest. aside from this game and someone played Vertical Stargazer, they had it from stage 2 and farmed like 5 or 4 emblems. It was really nasty. Interestingly enough, there is an Easter egg with this that we saw, where once you get like 8 Stargazer or 9 Stargazer in, it unlocks 10 and 11 Stargazer. 11 Stargazer being the prismatic trait. And you might be like, 11? How'd you get 11? Well, this prismatic trait, interestingly enough, requires a +1. Crazy. You need a Tactician's Crown. You need new recruit. You need some kind of team size increase to hit the prismatic, which I thought was quite a cool idea, to be honest. Because obviously there's Galio in the current set for 11 Demacia, but it doesn't really count as a team size increase because it's a unit and you can hit it on level 10 with no Tactician's Crowns. Pick up the loot here. We see a ribbon, 5 ribbons. We're level 9 and I decide, okay, you know what? A ribbon 3 would not harm anyone. Maybe I should just roll at 9. 2 off the ribbon, or 1 off if I use the dupe. And then I see another Jhin, and this is where I think to myself, hold on a second. Would I actually dupe the ribbon here if I hit it? Spoiler alert. Like, you have 6 Jhins and 8 ribbons. You do not dupe the Jhin. I mean, you do not dupe the ribbon. You don't dupe the ribbon. Because you hit it anyway. Come on now. This guy's RNG is crazy. Hold on a second. What do you mean I'm about to hit a 3-star 5 cost on level 9? 1 off Jhin 3. Crazy. It's huge that I did find Ribbon 3 because I got completely destroyed here. I thought my board was already strong, but obviously not strong enough to be able to beat this guy. Thankfully, we find the Ribbon 3, but I am 16 HP. And last round, I took 18. So I was a bit worried here that I might not be able to find Jhin 3 if I lose the round. And this is where someone types to me in chat, I think. I was a little worried. And then this guy's having a look at my Ribbon 3. I see him looking at my ribbon and he says, "This is the 3rd Ribbon 3 I saw today. Be original." Be original. Bear in mind we're in the same room right now. This guy's probably sitting across from me. No, he's a lovely guy. I've met him, and you'll see why he's a lovely guy soon. So he says, be original. My Ribbon 3 actually wins the round, and we have enough HP, so I was super happy here. Super happy not to lose. It would have been real bad if my Ribbon 3 somehow lost and my Jhin was one off Jhin 3. So in my head, he's haunting me with this be original. Sell the Ribbon 3. It's playtest. I've been challenged. He comes to scout. Where's your ribbon, buddy? I know, where is my ribbon? Massive roll down on 9 and we find one of the Jhins. Dupe it up. That's Jhin 3. I say original question mark. Typo it, so I'm actually cringe. Unlucky. And we tag the next guy. And this is where he tells me he sold mine in the shop. What a nice guy. I mean, it's a play test, so that would be the right thing to do. So what a nice guy, though. Sick, by the way. This one had its gimmick inbuilt. So cool. Such a cool 3-star 5 cost to hit. Looks really strong. I can definitely sell my board and play solo Jhin, I think. And then I see that he, I think, is going for Blitzcrank 3 if I'm not wrong. He is going for some kind of 3-star 5 cost to beat me. Put the Vow on the Jhin. He's level 10. Sell the front line. Solo Jhin. Let him cast quickly with the double Vow. He starts selling. Blitzcrank 2. 3 Blitzcranks, 4 Blitzcranks. But we're going to play one more round before he sells the board, I think. Because with a single Jhin on my board, I won't kill him here. And obviously we are playing a little bit for content, so I don't want to kill him. I want him to be able to hit Blitzcrank 3. Get the ult off. So cool, man. So cool. Jhin's always one of my favorite units, whatever set he's in. Awesome that I have like the tank items as well, so we get to see the animation for a lot longer. And this is where I believe my enemy sells boards. 6 Blitzcranks. We see. And so I start buying other 5 costs to try and help him hit. And I would sell Blitzcrank if I saw it. But we hold all the 5 costs we can. He's 2 off Blitz 3. Rolls quickly, considering it's a new set. This guy he's getting his gold and rolling straight through it. Unfortunately, he doesn't hit because he doesn't have the send TFT RNG. A little unlucky. But we do end up winning here with Jhin 3. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are the GOATs if you made it this far. Thank you.